difficult. And we are actually having dual sight come out for Puma here as he wants to play on this map. And it's a very nice map actually here. Can do a lot of strong pushes toward the third base as well. Bunker rushes are not that strong, but Hellions are very nice here to do.
Idra's actually asking what the score is for Huck vs. O'Reilly, which is something that we would like to know on the stream as well. Dual sight, interesting choice, potentially very aggressive. We'll see how that one goes. We'll find out what the score was for...
They're still in game one, so...
They're still in game one, yeah, so we do not know. That's actually quite lengthy considering. I mean, that wasn't a particularly long game, but Huck vs. O'Reilly, I think, started before that, so...
All right.
Are we ready? Certainly hope so. We are ready to go. Let's make it happen. Puma is ready. EG'Idra is ready. We are always ready. Our bodies are ready for this craziness that's coming in right here.
And the style that Puma's probably going to deploy on this map and his strategy, Reactor Hellion's very good here. And follow it up with like 3 barracks, stim combat shields, and maybe some marauders as well with medivacs. He's very, very good at doing it, and especially on this map, very good at that.
Yes, he is. And ladies and gentlemen, I bring you Evil Genius's EG'Idra. He is in the red trunks, and he is playing Zerg to the west of GSL Dual Sight versus his opponent, Evil Genius's Puma. He is in the blue trunks, and he is playing Terran to the east. Currently 1 game down in this best-of-3 series, and EG'Idra fighting for his life and playing extremely well.
Yeah, and he has to win. But imagine if EG'Idra wins. I'm pretty sure that puts Huck out. So, ooh, maybe. I don't know. I mean, we'll have to look at the groups after.
It's almost a dicey political situation with these guys. I mean,
really
I can't imagine that they've been...
It depends on map score, though. Simply because Huck beat EG'Idra. I mean, I'm pretty sure that this tournament kind of deploys map score over head-to-head. So, we'll have to see. Meanwhile, we do have the supply depot being built on the inside of the base.
Yes, in the inside of the base. Interesting stuff. He may just go for straight wall-off and play a little bit more defensively this time around, but I suppose we're about to find out very shortly. He's already gone to 12 supplies, so any kind of double barracks play is just most likely not going to happen now.
Yeah, I mean, he's probably just going to, like I said, throw that refinery down, and then followed it up with Reactor High. And it's quite good on this map, simply because it's a very wide open natural. It's going to take more than just lings to defend. You're going to have to deploy a spine crawler. Sometimes you may even need a double spine crawler. Equally on this map, because it is cross position 2, and it's only a 2-player map, is that it's a little bit harder for overlords to get into good position to scout. So we may see some craziness, such as double factory play, but actually looking at this...
Gasless.
He's going gasless, so he's actually going to go for a command center very fast here, but also he could throw down a couple more barracks and then decide to just be like, all right, distances between natural and natural are relatively fast. He may try something like that, especially because it is hard to scout early on.
Yeah, it's kind of Marine King style of 4 barracks on 1 base and going gasless there. It could happen. I'm interested to see. I mean, the mineral count's starting to get a bit high. He could start building those barracks right now if he wanted to build one, but I don't know. That now would be the time for he's going to throw down any more. I don't think he's going to. This looks like it will be a gasless expand here from Puma.
Yeah, I mean, against EG'Idra, this is like so safe to do, and he's actually not going to reveal the SUV though. But the thing is, the barracks wasn't building anything, so it's pretty much clear what it is going to be anyway. So, but against EG'Idra, you could actually get away with like command center first a lot of the time. And we do have the gas completing here once again for EG'Idra. Play a little bit safe. You know, he has been known to go gasless for a long time, work on his drones, and then go ahead and take the gas later on around 30 supply, but is going to get it early. And you can see the difference because it really actually helped previously to defend against that 11-11 play.
Yeah, I mean, it was the reason that 11-11 play failed. It's as simple as that. Perfect timing right there with the defense and immediately outspring those Zerglings with a quick surround. Puma is caught out of position and his forces just absolutely crushed there by EG'Idra. In the meantime, what do we have? Well, this gasless expansion is on the way. It's going to be simple Marine defense for the moment. You're going to have to play very passively. EG'Idra, sort of the same token, can't really do anything yet because he hasn't started Zergling speed. So he'll pour it out. He'll try and take a little bit of map control, take control of the very odd-looking Zelnaga watchtower in the center of this map right there. It's in disguise, you can see right there. It's a bit of a career change, I feel, for this warp gate.
Yeah, and I feel that we may be seeing Puma pull off a happy here and just go mech. It's possible here. Simply because of this map as well, it's very easy to take a third base. It's quite close to the natural, and it's relatively early. Actually, hold that thought though, because EG'Idra has thrown down a Roach Warren, his mine over 100 gas while getting speed. So EG'Idra is going to turn the heat on, but he's got a spine crawler. I mean, that may be to kind of trick his opponent. but we should be seeing some aggression coming out here from EG'Idra. And look at that, second factory has been thrown down now for Puma as well. So we are going to be seeing Mech come out. But against what EG'Idra's doing, if he just basically saves lava now, he has 2 overalls about to pop. So yeah, we are going to have roaches come out immediately here from EG'Idra. And he's going to just go all out into Puma. And Puma's going to have nothing but a few Hellions here in a single bunker.
And that's not really good enough, even with Puma's control. And that SCV is eliminated by the Spine Crawler, and he's probably thinking, all right, okay, it was droning. There's a big surprise. No, he's not. 7 roaches already on the way. More to follow that one up. Every time he gets the gas, another one will be added on. He's throwing a couple of lings in the mix. He still has spare lava. This is looking really messy right here for Puma.
Oh, this is going to be tough because he's literally got like double. He's taken up for an armory so he can build a Thor, and start +1. But at the same time, he's literally going to have 2 factories producing 4 Hellions at a one time. And against 7 roaches and lings on the way, that's not going to work out so well. And these roaches are actually going to go undetected for a long time, I feel. And actually, hold that thought, though. If EG'Idra manages to pick off both of these Hellions...
Oh, he looks for it, and I don't think it's... he knew it now. Yeah, he knows what's coming now, and suddenly, oh dear, bunker's coming down. There are only 4 Marines. Holding this is going to be extremely difficult. Lings come in, he does take a good number of them away, but in come the roaches, and this is where the heat does get turned to maximum. It's up to 11 right across the board, and Puma is in incredible trouble.
Yeah, I mean, starting +1 so early, and they're going to be absolutely useless, and even though these lings are in the middle of this, he's losing so many SCVs, it doesn't really matter. And EG'Idra's actually drawing it back up after this, realizing that I can't bust this with all these SCVs,
but I can do damage.
I'm going to kill as many SCVs as I can, and then start droning again.
Oh, it's dipping so low. He wants to take one more. He takes him down at 22 SCVs. That's the damage done. 17 workers killed. A worthwhile investment. Puma will now go for the counter-attack. He does not have Blue Flame as of yet. He doesn't have +1 either. He does have 7 Hellions.
But only 10 lings are coming. 10 lings is not enough. Even with a Spine Crawler and a Queen, he can go behind the mineral line very easily here. And Puma could kill equal amounts of drones.
He could. He could just even kill the Queen. He doesn't care. It doesn't matter that Hellions are great against Queens. There's just so many of them. Those lings are not proven to be useful at all. And even the Hellion at the front stays alive as well. Excellent micro here by Puma. And now EG'Idra suddenly in a bit of trouble, getting perhaps a little bit greedy, droning up behind this.
And as soon as roaches come out, though, it's like the Hellions will in red health. Meanwhile, though, Blue Flame is on the way. +1 as well, which is going to increase that Blue Flame, being able to basically 2-shot all the drones once again. 3rd command center going up as well. Really nice play there from Puma, realizing that he is still behind a little bit. As you can see, 30 SCVs. So there's 38 drones, actually, hold on, there's a lot of drones are popping out now. 44 drones in total.
Yep.
Lay has now begun, Evolution Chamber as well. This is going to be hard for Puma. 3rd base has been thrown down here from EG'Idra as well, the gold base.
Yeah, a little bit out of position, a little bit risky, but good if it goes unscouted. Puma could harass the hell out of that with his massive Hellion force, and it's going to have Blue Flame in a couple of seconds. There we go. Blue Flame available, +1 available. That is very vulnerable to harassment, but if Puma doesn't know about it, that doesn't make a difference.
So it looks like Puma is going to take a bit of a tip or tips from Happy, and he's going to go mech. Yep. So we are going to see EG'Idra respond correctly already, realizing with this overload as it comes in, it's like, all right, playing against mech, let's get the roaches up. And now has double evolution chambers, is going to go for double upgrades. It's going to be very roach heavy, and especially against Blue Flame Hines, it's going to help out and very easily pulls the drones off, and we'll be able to defend quite happily here.
No problemo. Puma is all the way out, and oh my, Hellion at the top is managed to force a cancel there on the gold base. Puma, excellent scouting, and that could have easily gone unnoticed, so he was very, very cautious there. He was able to grab that. That would have been unfortunate. And if Puma starts to ramp the mech up, this is going to start to get a bit tough here for EG'Idra.
Yeah, and the SCV count's really nice now for Puma, who's taken a 3rd base, and with mech, it's so easy. You have a bunker at the front, you can literally have a couple of tanks behind it, and then spread yourself down to the 3rd base. What EG'Idra would ideally like to do is, hold that thought, because Blue Flame Hines with +1 against few roaches.
It's enough. Yeah. I mean, he's got good arcs there. He's able to do damage to everything, and that hatchery has taken some damage as well. I think it's just going to go all the way for the mineral line here, but unfortunately there are more roaches and lings moving into reinforce to try and hold him away from that.
And that's not helping EG'Idra because he wants to build drones right now, but has to build roaches. And what I was going to say is that once this 3rd base is up and running, it was a planetary fortress, it's basically fortified. Therefore, it's going to be very hard for EG'Idra to actually punish it. Previously, if it wasn't planetary fortress or it had just been planted down, EG'Idra could have moved out with roach speed, but Hellions are giving such fantastic map control. Oh no, he's in the main. He's in the main.
Oh no, that is not good at all. Idra's going to get, oh dear God, Scarvy Griller right here. Oh, Jesus Christ. He needs to do way more than this to stop them. And even with the massive spread that he's got going on, that is a lot of dead drones.
17 dead drones, and that has now put EG'Idra way behind 37 versus 54. We'll finally clean this up. But as we said, this third base is now up and running. He has Thors out, though. I'm a little bit worried he hasn't do well. He started tanks a little bit earlier, so that's going to help out. He does have a starport with a tech lab, so he can very, very easily build a Banshee here to help out as well. But EG'Idra is coming. Siege Tech is not done yet, and these two Thors are not going to be these two whores are not going to be enough to actually hold on to this.
Well, they may distract EG'Idra just long enough, but I don't know. I don't think that's going to happen. EG'Idra's very game-focused. It's not going to do the job. Mass repairs coming in, however. Let's see how well these Thors can actually hold up against the wrath of EG'Idra as he counterattacks. Extremely angry play by EG'Idra. Wants to avenge the deaths of the drones, and now he's going to make his way through to that planetary fortress, which will be easily repaired, and EG'Idra's stuck in the center thinking, well, where do I go from here?
Yeah, it's tough. He can't break this. He just doesn't have enough. And with all these SCVs, he's going to kill a lot of SCVs, though. Actually, that's a lot of SCVs going down.
That was an interesting decision there by Puma. And EG'Idra GG's. There you go. He realizes he can't do anything from that point. And Puma is back in this series, one game apiece. And oh, man, that did not go well at all. And the Blue Flame Hellions turns out kind of good with +1.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing he can do. He hasn't got a third base saturated yet. He's still on 2 base versus 3 base saturation.
Oh, yes.
The production is just going to be, incredible. And EG'Idra snap calls the next map, which is going to be Metalopolis, and it just says, let's go. And we can pretty much go directly into this.
I don't see why not. We are always ready. These guys are. Countdown has now begun. No breaks, no rest for the wicked, folks. +1 for either of these players, and EG'Idra is on the verge of going out of this tournament. He must win this game to stay in the fight.
And usually when the match goes to the final game is when we see Terran players do something a little bit funky, and especially when you spawn cross